We are live from Roswell Park in downtown Buffalo. It is Sabres Live, and Marty, I feel like if we've ever been kind of pushed to the side of the stage, this would be the perfect reasons to do so. With legendary performers in multiple Sabres uniforms over the years. We are joined by one of the top players all time in games played in Sabres history, in Rob Ray, and of course, the great, the decorated Dominik Hasek. How are you guys?
Doing great.
I was thinking this could be the the Mount Rushmore of Sabres right here, but they would definitely not have us in there, Duffer. No. You'd be Bert, and I don't know who would be in my spot, but you two would be on that one.
No way, Dom?
Yeah. For sure.
No, he's way better players than us ever came through here.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey? That little captain guy, that little brown giant Jonta kid? The captain. The little captain. Who's the little captain?
Yeah. Well,
come on. It was funny. I was funny. I said, no, that's Jonta.
See, this used to be the locker room. Yeah. Razor trying to pick on Dom. Dom, like, giving Razor a shot and then going out for practice, being mad, and stop everybody. Nobody could score. That was
I told them in practice we owned you. We would go out and we'd own you. You'd get mad and you'd want to stay till the end of the day just so you were happy without. But we would make you look silly in practice. Remember that?
It's a little weeks ago already.
Do you, Dom?
But for me it was always fun.
It was fun. Yes, it was.
Dom,
it was fun to see my teammates upset with me with the goalie.
Who was it that you won? I don't know if it was Wayne Primo or Curtis Brown, but they scored on a shootout, and you said, no, you stay, and you stopped them 35 in a row or something until you wouldn't let them go until they scored again. You just kept them for 20 minutes.
No. It's not all right.
It's not all right?
No, it was Curtis Brown and Wayne Primo.
Okay, it was those two.
But I have to tell you, it was on the end of the practice. The ice wasn't the best, but still, I think, you know what, it's in my book. I don't remember exact number, but I think it was 50. But maybe you're right. Maybe it was 35.
So 50 shootout attempts without a goal. They had to stay on the ice until they beat Dom, and Dom was like, I'm not letting you go until you score.
Yeah, no, actually on the end I said I felt good because I stopped, and I'm not sure if it was 35 or 50. I can find it in my book.
It was a lot because you did that more times than not.
You know what, but I wouldn't feel good when they scored the last one. So I said after the 35 or 50, that's enough, guys. So I can go.
That's great. Well, as you know, this has been a big week for the return of black and red. I think it's amazing that both of you are sitting here in two distinct color setups that identify for so many different fans. Now, you both had an opportunity to wear both of these jerseys. Dom, do you identify most with the colors that you're wearing, blue and gold, or more so with the black and red, or both?
I still remember year 1997 when we switched to the new jersey, and I am more conservative guy. I said, like, what is this? However, my best years, I have to be honest, are with this uniform.
Yeah.
But if I say the Buffalo Sabres, for me it will be always gold. Blue, white, and gold. So. I have great memories with this jersey. However, for me, these colors are the favorite colors.
How about you?
Yeah, I go to the blue and gold as well because that's what you got drafted. I think that day is, that for most of us is the biggest and most special day of your life, the day you get drafted, and it was blue and gold then. And, the switch, it was almost to a point there in 99 when we were close to winning it. It was like, what would happen if we win and then they switch back again to the blue and gold? How would that happen, or would they? And that was conversations that went on because there was talk of it at the time that eventually it would switch back. So, it was I understand it. I think we had very good times and good success in both jerseys. But I'm just really glad it's gone back to the gold.
Razor, is this a game-worn jersey that you have on? Because your neck is ripped. There's stain on the jersey.
It is. See, I got the tie down on the front.
That's amazing.
I got the tie down on the back.
Oh, gosh.
But I got the plastic snap there too. You see it back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But so
Ask him how many times he was naked with this shirt.
I know.
Well, I was
like,
naked a lot, but
he was naked a lot with the blue and gold as opposed to the red.
Dom, I felt pressure some nights, with all the people, and I felt like I had to do that because people came to see it. No, I'm kidding.
So this is a game-worn
This
jersey.
is, and it says on the tab too what game I wore it in and all that kind of thing too. So,
Okay.
But I think he got more naked in the old auditorium.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
that
he
was
got
fun.
naked.
Because
yeah.
you know what? Remember when the people wouldn't get all excited about it, then they would get all fired up, and something might happen in anticipation, and it was just such an unbelievable feeling when you could go out there and get it fired up, and people went nuts. And
Well, let me ask you this.
it was really stupid at the time, but it was like now you look. It was amazing how excited they got.
Let's do a reverse of roles, Razor. How many shots did you block in your career? Like,
None.
okay. Dom, how many fights have you had or tried to have in your career?
2 or 3.
Yeah. Mostly Detroit, right?
Yes. One in Detroit.
Yeah.
I still remember that one. I step on the stick and I undercut Patrick Roy. No, but I got twice. Once in Philly with snow,
Yeah.
I think. My teammates helped me. I'm not sure if it was Razor, but somebody helped me. I was bent over the bench and somebody pushed me, grabbed out the goal. And one time here in the arena, and my finger stuck in the Fitzpatrick mess. I couldn't get it out. It almost broke my finger.
Yeah. So Razor,
Yeah.
Dom was tough. You couldn't block a shot. That's all we came up to figure out today.
Well, I have to ask Razor, before we went on the air, you were probably hearing Marty and Dom talking about, hand injuries and equipment and trying to protect their delicate
Yes.
hands. What were you thinking in that moment as these two, by contrast, what has happened to your hands?
So I was
over
thinking
the
as
years?
I'm sitting here squeezing my hands and they snap every time and they're sore, they're stiff. I had to cut my wedding ring off the other day because my fingers were so swollen up and with arthritic that I had to get this rubber thing just so I could pretend that.
Oh, my gosh.
Nothing. My head's probably 2.5 sizes bigger than what it normally should be because it's still swollen up.
Don't cry here.
I'm not going to cry. I would do it all over again. I would do it all over again, Dom. You know what I'm looking for, Dom, online right now is when I scored on you. I scored on you when you're in Chicago. Did you know that?
No one.
Oh, yes.
That one game we.
One game I played against you, I scored on you, and I'm looking for it right now. My
This is
son
the
showed it to
classic-
me the other day.
This is
won
the
for-
classic search when it says no
We
video,
won for-
no video available.
It was a beautiful shot. But I don't know how to find it. I'm not good at this stuff.
Okay, we'll have to definitely do some research. I have a question.
But you know what? I still remember his knuckles after the fight.
Oh, yeah.
You remember?
You had to put ice
Remember when
on it.
Hanner used to yell at me because the next day in practice, I get in a fight. They were all cut all the time. And he'd be passing hard in practice, and they'd be bouncing off my stick. And I'd literally have to hold the stick like this because I couldn't bend my hands. And he'd be yelling at me because I wasn't handling a pass right. I'm like, Hanner, just stop, please, okay? Like, frustration would set in, and then you'd start questioning yourself. And then why did I do it? And so...
That is
Anyway.
awesome. Dom, one question for
finding this
me
clip.
about goaltending because Razor clearly doesn't want to talk about goaltending and fighting is really important. But Ryan Miller's jersey is going to get retired. Your jersey is up in the rafter, and now another goalie, Ryan Miller, will be there. Do you remember watching Millsy a little bit? You might have played against him a little too when you were in Detroit, right? So, what do you remember of Ryan Miller, and how good was he for the Sabres and in the league?
Ryan, he has more wins than I do, by the
Yeah.
way, for the in the NHL.
Yes.
Probably for the Sabres. I'm not
Yes.
sure, but probably okay.
Yeah.
He
He's
knows
number
that.
one, right?
Yeah.
He's number one in the wins at least. What about a great career? And he stepped when he came to the Sabres, 2004, 2005.
Yeah, like right before a little bit, but 05-06 was his first real season.
Yeah, he brought the team many times to the playoffs.
Yep.
He brought them to the semifinals. I still remember that game in Carolina.
Yep.
You were up 2-1 or something,
Yep.
and you lost. It was very disappointing. However, what about a great career and great goaltending? I played against him when I was in Ottawa, maybe
Yep.
a few games, and then with Detroit, probably 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
So he really deserves to be there. So we'll be 2 goalie. I won't be only one.
That's awesome.
It really is. I mean, and Ryan is celebrated among the many tonight in the Greater Buffalo
Yep.
Sports Hall of Fame, and then obviously in January we can't wait to celebrate the night that. Oh, did you find some video there?
Did I find it?
No way. This is going to be really hard to translate for the
now,
television
why
audience.
is it going?
Oh,
Here we go. Watch this.
Oh, my.
See, Dom, that's me right down the middle. There's a quick shot. Scores! Beat some gloves or stick side. That was you, brother.
Gloves or stick side. We got the whole net
Doesn't
covered.
matter. It was good. And then I'm mouthing off to your bench, going back to the bench. You're standing there going, what the hell just happened? He scored on me?
But I have to say one thing. Chicago won this game. It was my. By the way, it was my
I don't
first.
care. I'm like
You know
Donald
what?
the Dead. I don't care if we won or lost. I scored.
By the way, it was my first winning game in the NHL.
Really?
Yes.
And you let that go in.
Yeah. So there are
Congratulations.
2 big things, you know. I let Razor score, and I won the first game in the NHL.
All about overcoming adversity, apparently.
Thank you, Razor.
Thank you. No, thank you, Dom. Thank you.
That's amazing.
I can show my kids that.
Dom, before we go, we're here at Roswell Park. You, Razor, Marty, anybody that's ever worn any Sabre uniform has always been able to find a connection to people here in the fight. What does it mean for you to come back here in this beautiful atrium at Roswell Park?
I think that for me, it's fantastic because this is one of the places you came from day one when you came to this town, and you supported it. You supported it, you know, at Christmas. You came to see the kids. It was always something to do with Roswell, and it's kind of hits home very quickly earlier in your career. And you know, now that you've been around a while, you just think of how many people have come through here that you've known, and how many people have been, you know, had issues and people you've dealt with and had hit so close to home. And not only us, you know, as people, you know, in town within our own hockey community, you know, RJ was, you know, the issues he had with his throat, and so it's more than you'd ever imagine. And I always tell people too, a lot of times when you come to, say, Roswell, it's not just the patients themselves that need to have a smile put on their face. It's the family members as well, because they're dealing with the issues.
Yep.
And a lot of the times, you know, they're the ones that really need a boost and a hug here once in a while just to make them feel a little better. So I think it's fantastic when you get a chance to come over.
I think Razor, he said everything. You can see here the connection between community, hockey community, Roswell Hospital, and for me, I've been here through my career, hockey career, many times, and when I get chance to get back to Buffalo, I meet the people always here, and this is about Western New York community. I believe so. This is something fantastic, and that's my feeling.
You have left such a legacy through your Hasek Heroes program as well, and everyone that has met you along the way appreciates you being back here today. What a thrill to have the two of you on the show today. Thank you, gentlemen.